It's a beautiful day to you, our lovely and smart real estate investors, wherever you're watching us across the world. I'm super delighted to welcome you to another insightful episode of Property Matters here on YouTube. In case you're coming across a video like this for the first time, my name is Adejare and I'm your host here on Property Matters. Property Matter is a real estate YouTube talk show where we expose you to everything you need to know about the real estate industry. We talk about facts, we talk about events, we even go as far as doing a whole lot of educative insight on how you can invest without losing a dime. After watching this particular episode, you can also obviously, at your leisure time, check some of our playlists. I can assure you that you're going to find a lot. Like I say, Property Matter comes your way twice every week, and we are the best real estate YouTube talk show on the planet at the moment. So after watching this particular episode, guys, do well to subscribe. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you very much. Big shout out to you. Thank you for staying tuned. Then if you are a new subscriber, please subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification bell, invite your friends and family to do so. I'll be back immediately after this short timeout. Don't go nowhere. All right, you're welcome back. First of all, I want to quickly say a very big thank you to everybody that has been following us. To all our returning subscribers, returning viewers, I want to say a very big shout out to you. Thank you for following us. Thank you for all the support we've gotten from you. And if you're a new subscriber, don't forget, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, invite your friends and families to do so. So today, as we are gradually entering and approaching the second phase of property demolitions in Lagos, Nigeria, and a lot of people have expressed their concerns, and a lot of people have expressed, doubts on the industry. And my whole response basically is not a thing of fear, or it should not be a thing of, you should not respond to this present wave of, demolitions to fear or doubt. What you should do basically, which I will be discussing today, is to look out for some essential qualities in the real estate practitioner you are dealing with. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about essential qualities, characteristics that a professional realtor, a real estate practitioner in Lagos must possess. Now, the moment you have done your own fact checks, your own due diligence, and you find out that your realtor does not have this, if you are doing a transaction that is worth millions of naira, for the sake of your transaction and for the sake of your money, choose to work with somebody that possesses these four essential qualities. And sometimes if you are dealing with a realtor, some of them will lie. You can ask them, how many years do you have in this industry? For some of them, they will say, I have this year. There are some essential questions that I'm going to state here that you ask them. And if they are telling a lie, you will know. So what are those essential qualities that a professional real estate practitioner must have? The first one is the experience. Now, experience plays an important role not only in the real estate industry, but in every other industries as well. Now, when we talk about experience does not just talk about their years of service. Okay, years of service is very crucial. Don't misquote me. The years of service are very crucial. However, their years of service will also open you to what they know about the industry. Okay, so how does the experience have? Now, an experienced real estate realtor will understand that it is not all properties that is being marketed or all property that is being introduced to them that they should bring to your notice. The job of an experienced realtor will help them understand that it is very important for them, number one, to ascertain the structure of the real estate company. Number two, the important insurance policy that the real estate company has put in place to safeguard you, the investor. The third thing the experienced realtor will also need to do basically is to understand the parameters of those, that investment, parameters that have to do with the do's and don'ts. Okay, so the experienced realtor will also understand the risk of that investment, because for every investment there are risks, and it is very, very unprofessional for a realtor who claims to have several years of experience in this industry to overlook that risk. Now, the experienced realtor will not also, from experience, we've gathered that the more you are greedy, the more likely you fall into trouble. And sometimes these troubles are irredeemable troubles and problems for the real estate investor. So you also want to ascertain if the realtor is not greedy, because from experience, greedy real estate practitioner also will what fall into trouble. Also, the experienced realtor should also have strategies and policies that will safeguard you, the investors. What are those strategies? It could range from due diligence, it could range from having a legal team, it could also have a special inspection team that can investigate the property even before approaching the developer for all the necessary papers. This is what an experienced realtor should possess. More importantly, in a real estate industry that is very, very delicate. The second factor that the experience that your real estate practitioner must possess is what we call the market knowledge. Now, when we talk about the market knowledge is very crucial and very essential in the place of what we call comparative analysis. Now, under the comparative analysis, your realtor must be able to tell if a product is being overpriced. Your realtor should be able to tell if there is a case of possible fraudulent activities on the land. Your realtor must also be able to tell if there are notable history of land grabbing and land activities on that. So market knowledge doesn't just talk about the price. It talks the experience and of course the market knowledge of your realtor will help them to compare the estate for them to know which one will suit your purpose of investment. Market knowledge will help them to do a research on that, understand the demand for that location, and of course the market knowledge of your realtor will be able to tell what will happen in that location. Most times what is being communicated to you real estate investors and what they are being told. A lot of them don't even understand the major project that is coming in. They don't understand the economic importance of that project. And for every project that is coming to every location in Lagos, there are advantages and there are potential dangers. Now, the experienced realtor will enable you to tell with the market knowledge to tell if that property will be affected by that project. That is the second and the most important factor that you should look out for in a realtor if you are doing a real estate or if you choose to do a real estate investment through that. The third thing you should also look out for is the credibility. Today, we are having in our own firm here, we're having cases of realtors selling properties and leaving the country. In fact, I have several instances of people selling properties, and the moment they understand or they come to the knowledge that there are issues, and most cases these issues require their attention. There are a lot of cases I've not been able to solve because I don't have adequate history of the transaction. So in most cases, okay, it is very, very difficult for a new person to come in and try to get the necessary information and the likes. So credibility is of a very important factor that you don't want to overlook. There have been instances whereby a lot of realtors today have sold properties and they cannot be in a position to fight for the interest of the investors or the clients they all claim to represent. So the area of credibility is very essential. You cannot just overlook or undermine the importance of dealing with a credible realtor. This is very important. Then the next thing you also want to talk about is the problem solving skill of that realtor. Now, how many times have these guys been this realtor be in a position where he needed to use the resources within his disposal to solve issues? Now, if everybody is coming to you and they're telling you that the property you have bought, it doesn't matter whether the property started on a good note, everything went smoothly, as long as things begin to evolve, there will be one or two itches and one or two skirmishes, okay, that will require the resourcefulness and the experience, okay, of that realtor to solve little issues. And this is where the idea of a problem solving skills come into play. I've said this before, the industry is saturated. There are no regulations, so it is very difficult, okay, to tell or to ascertain a realtor that has a good problem solving skills. There have been instances of, I have list of issues that we have amicably resolved for our investors, because you understand that it is very important that we work for your interest. Now, one thing I've done several times basically is that before I make recommendations, and something happened a few years ago, and after this experience, I made a wise decision not to sell all properties again. I made a decision, okay, to only recommend what we have facts, what we have evidences of that thing being fit and being able, okay, to fit your investment goal. And that is why sometimes I made a video where I was educating real estate investors on the need to build a portfolio. Now, what we do basically is that when I interact with you for the first time, I will want to understand your purpose of investment and if that property, okay, fits your portfolio, okay. And this is why we always emphasize, okay, that we have an understanding of the portfolio you are trying to do, so that we can look at what will fit, because not everything that is being thrown at you, okay, fits your investment portfolio. Not everything that is being marketed to you can fit what you want. Now, we've had cases of what I ordered was different from what I got. So as a real estate investor, regardless of where you are, you need to work with somebody that understands how to build a profitable and a stress-free real estate investment portfolio. So my decision not to bring every property to your notice is very intentional. It's because of the experiences, it's because of the issues we've settled in the time past, and we've noticed a repetitive pattern, okay, of some fraudulent development companies using that to swindle people. Now we have a market understanding, we have an experience, we understand how this thing plays. So whenever you contact us for an investment, we understand what to do and what to recommend based on the fact, based on the evidences, and based on the recommendations of our legal team and every member of our crew. So we don't sell everything. We only sell what is safe, what is genuine, and what fits your investment portfolio. There are several instances whereby a lot of people have contacted me. I want to go for this investment. I want to go for this investment. Because of the fact that I cannot ascertain the safety of that investment, I'll tell them, okay, fine. If you want to go through this, I will not be part of this. You can choose to work with whosoever realtor that will help you acquire this. And this is what will lead us to the next point, integrity. Now, integrity, working with a real estate professional that has integrity will help you save your investment, more importantly, from investing in properties that will give you problem in the future. Now, when we talk about the loss of integrity, a lot of people have compromised on their integrity and they have decided to focus on what they stand to gain than the safety of the investment that you are about to make. There are instances whereby I've been promised, me making this video, I've been promised life-changing opportunities if only I would just dance to some people's tune. Now, after a careful evaluation, I noticed that what I've been promised or what I stand to gain, if I choose not to stand for the truth, okay, is higher than what I will gain if I choose to work with a lie. So what I needed to do basically was that, and that is why I deliberately, I won't tell you that I am associated to this brand. No. In the moment I begin to attach myself to brand and I see some things that they are doing that ought not to be done, it will be very difficult for me to tell you guys the truth. So I'm not in any way attach like a brand ambassador. No, what I do basically is that I only work with brands that have integrity, and that is why I also display some levels of integrity. There have been instances whereby somebody wanted to buy a property. I told the woman, it will take me 3 weeks to do what we need to do before you can. And the woman said, fine, there's no problem. I like the fact that you're doing this. So integrity plays an important role. So you want to find out if the realtor you're working with has exhibited or demonstrated several levels of integrity. Now, what I'm trying to say in essence is that, can the realtor see a property that will put you into trouble, and despite the fact that what he stands to gain from that transaction, okay, by telling you the truth, if you lose it just to keep you? Most of the new build realtors are very, very guilty of that. So sometimes what they stand to gain is above what you stand to lose if you don't invest there. So you also want to do that. And another thing, which is also the most important factor or quality that you should look out for in a real estate professional, more important, the ones that is practiced in Lagos today, is some basic knowledge of the industry. Now, the knowledge that some people know in this industry is for a developer to acquire estate. Okay? Call them to come and market. They do good videos and they work on based on what they've been told, and they convince you to buy. That obviously is a knowledge, but with the current situation of how things are changing, how policies are changing, how plans Lagos State is having for the state is changing, you need a realtor that has more knowledge than that. What do I mean? There are some basic knowledge that a realtor must know. Number one is how to ascertain and verify land documents. There have been instances, I'm not a lawyer, I've said this before, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a surveyor, but there are some basic skills that I've acquired in this, our industry, in the course of trying to verify and working closely with professionals in their areas to ascertain. Today, I can tell you that I've been able to know, I can tell you how to verify a COO document. I know how to tell if a land has a fake extension document. I can know if there've been, a lot of manipulations in even the document. I'm not a lawyer. These are things that I have learned, okay, in my years of service here in this industry. So the knowledge, can they ascertain land document? Can they verify a registered survey from a provisional survey? There have been instances whereby real estate investors have paid for registered survey and some companies gave provisional surveys. Can your realtor look at all these things and ascertain? Because you see, there are some things that they need to check that may not favor you, that they need to speak out. Sometimes they are your voice, but because of the fact that a lot of them want to acquire as many as possible, once they are done, they leave you and they move to the next one. So, what is the knowledge? What did they know about the industry? What did they know about documentation? What did they know about verification? What are those parameters they put in place? How constantly are they updating themselves to be acquired, to be knowledgeable in this industry, so that they won't be giving you wrong real estate investments to invest? So these are the basic characteristics. Now, it is when your realtor possesses all these things that your realtor will know a land that is acquisition and a land that is free from acquisition. Now, because of the fact that, see, in this industry, it is when problem comes, that's when some people know that they bought what they're supposed to have avoided. In this industry, it is a case of what I stand to gain over what you stand to lose. So you need to understand that in this industry, it is very easier, okay, for a real estate company to sell a problematic property to you, and when they're unable to resolve, because that most of them have dual citizenship, they can elope and run away in times of trouble. Several real estate developers have done that today. EFCC are still looking for some to date. So the knowledge and the experience of that realtor will see. You don't even need to raise a finger. You don't even need to stress yourself. The moment you know that you are working with a professional that knows his onions, that knows what to do, all you just need to do is just follow his recommendation and invest. Okay? That is the best way. You can save yourself from today, demolition. Next tomorrow, government is giving you quick notice to leave the place. And you're asking, how did I get into this? So these are the most essential qualities your realtor must possess. And if they don't, try as much as you can help them. But if they don't, look for someone that has that, so that you see the safety of your investment, the safety of your money. Many people are working different jobs to raise this money. The safety of your investment, the safety of your money should be a priority to any form of relationship you may claim to have. Because the thing is, when problem come, you will see them more. So this is what I'm going to draw today, causing of important and essential factors that a realtor must have. And of course, these are the factors that you must put into consideration whenever you want to choose a realtor that will help you handle your next real estate investment. See you in my next video. Bye for now.